Wel, pnawn da, diolch am y croeso. Mae'n hyfryd cael bod gyda chi yma heddi ar gyfer y digwyddiad pwysig yma. Delighted to be here today in support of what is an incredibly important initiative for the city of Cardiff. In the UK, as we've been hearing, our diets now pose one of the greatest threats to our health and well-being. And as you all know, and as we've been hearing through Kate's presentation, the latest dietary guidance suggests that while we should be eating around 7 portions of fruit and veg every day, a recent report by the Food Foundation revealed that indeed 80% of adults and over 95% of children are not eating enough. And I've got to be honest, I include myself in that statistic. It's a serious issue that has broad-ranging consequences. Now, one of my administration's top priorities in Cardiff is to address the inequality that we face in the city. And this inequality takes many forms, but nowhere is it more stark than in the healthy life expectancy gap of over 22 years between the richest and poorest parts of the city. This cannot be right. And a number of factors will drive that life expectancy gap, but we can all agree that a healthy diet is a significant impact within that. And there is an overwhelming consensus that simply eating more fruit and vegetables can help protect against common health problems like obesity and heart disease. These are issues, as Jenny mentioned, which are having a devastating effect on lives and putting enormous pressures on the NHS. And it's perhaps easy to think that big strategic problems require big, complicated solutions. So yes, national governments, city strategies do have a role to play, but we cannot also overlook the big difference that small positive changes can make. 7 portions of fruit and veg every day, exercise and active travel, volunteering and community engagement. These are the little things that can make a big difference. As St David, the patron saint of Wales, once reminded us, gwnewch y pethau bychain. They can make a big difference to our lives and have a transformative effect on the city also. And that is why I believe that we need a new deal between the city and its residents to tackle some of Cardiff's major challenges. As city leader, we must create the right environment to encourage and enable people to make the right choices. And I'm therefore delighted that the council is playing its part in promoting healthy eating, because it is the cornerstone of happy and healthy lives. So by making this pledge today, we are committing to improving the health and well-being of residents, protecting our natural environment and supporting the local economy. It also builds on the good work that has already been undertaken. In 2015, Cardiff achieved bronze status as a sustainable food city. In 2018, we will be launching a revised strategy to become one of a handful of silver sustainable food cities. And becoming one of the UK's first veg cities will be an important part of our bid. And I'm determined that the council play its part. The school holiday enrichment programme, Food and Fun, is a brilliant example of the work that Cardiff Council is doing with partners to ensure children are informed about the food they eat. This is a nationally recognised and award-winning programme where, with the help of the Cardiff and Vale dietetic team, children are encouraged to eat healthy and nutritious meals. Today's pledge commits us to continuing the rollout of this programme. To support adults, we are pledging to encourage everyone eating a main meal at our staff canteens and at our flagship venues across the city to eat 2 portions of veg. You know, we are a large organisation with considerable influence, and I think it's time we use that leverage more effectively. And we're also fortunate enough to have local businesses, community groups, social enterprises supporting the campaign. There are many good examples, many of whom are represented in the room today. Riverside Real Food, who host a weekly farmers market, Penland Pantry, who deliver veg boxes through sustainable transport across the city, and Edible Cardiff, who promote growing your own veg and community gardens. That's just a flavour of some of the organisations doing great stuff in Cardiff. The list goes on. So, as we sign the pledge today, let us all keep up the fantastic work and encourage others to join us in supporting food in Cardiff. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you.